美元首在釜山会晤期间
During their meeting in Busan, the Chinese and US leaders discussed issues including trade and economic relations and agreed to strengthen cooperation in these areas. The relevant Chinese authorities also briefed on the outcomes of the Kuala Lumpur trade consultations yesterday. The essence of China-US trade relations is mutual benefit and win-win cooperation. As President Xi Jinping pointed out, trade and economic relations should be the ballast and engine of China-US relations, not a stumbling block or point of conflict. China is willing to work with the US to implement the important consensus reached by the two heads of state, adhering to the principles of equality, respect, and mutual benefit, and through dialogue and consultation, continuously reduce the list of issues and expand the list of cooperation, promoting the healthy, stable, and sustainable development of China-US relations and injecting more certainty and stability into the world. As President Xi Jinping pointed out during the meeting, China and the United States should engage in positive interactions on the regional and international stage. The world today faces many challenges, and China and the United States can jointly demonstrate their responsibility as major powers and work together to accomplish more significant, practical, and beneficial things for both countries and the world. China consistently pursues an independent foreign policy of peace. As the largest developing country, a partner of the non-aligned movement, and a member of the Global South, China has always stood with the vast majority of developing countries. It will continue to practice genuine multilateralism, work with all countries to safeguard the multilateral trading system with the WTO at its core, abide by the UN Charter and the basic norms of international relations, promote an equal and orderly multipolar world and inclusive economic globalization, and inject more certainty and stability into the world. For over 60 years, the United States has imposed a brutal blockade and illegal sanctions on Cuba, severely violating the purposes and principles of the UN Charter and other basic norms of international relations. This has seriously infringed upon Cuba's right to survival and development, causing profound suffering to the Cuban people. The UN General Assembly's overwhelming adoption of the relevant resolution demonstrates the international community's widespread support for the Cuban people's just struggle to defend national sovereignty and oppose foreign interference and blockade. It also reaffirms that unilateralism and bullying are unjust, isolated, and unpopular. China has consistently opposed the US blockade and sanctions against Cuba, and has voted in favor of Cuba's resolutions against the US blockade 33 times consecutively at the UN General Assembly since 1992. China will firmly stand on the side of international justice and fairness, and continue to firmly support the Cuban people in opposing foreign interference and blockade, pursuing a development path suited to their national conditions, and safeguarding their sovereignty and national dignity. We urge the US to heed the common call of the international community, immediately lift the blockade and sanctions against Cuba, and remove Cuba from the list of state sponsors of terrorism. Under the strategic guidance of President Xi Jinping and President Putin, China-Russia relations have maintained a high level of development, with cooperation in various fields showing a positive and steady momentum. The regular meetings between the Chinese and Russian prime ministers are an important mechanism for promoting the implementation of the consensus reached by the two heads of state and coordinating practical cooperation between the two sides. During the meetings, the two prime ministers will comprehensively review the progress of cooperation in all directions, plan for the next stage of cooperation, and exchange in-depth views on issues of common concern. Next year, China and Russia will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Good Neighborliness and Friendly Cooperation between China and Russia and the 30th anniversary of the establishment of their strategic partnership of coordination. We look forward to further enhancing mutual trust, building consensus, and promoting cooperation through this regular meeting of prime ministers, injecting stronger impetus into the development of the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership of Coordination for a new era.